Horizon, guys. So now we are going to review Group E. It's Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Probably another tough group where Costa Rica and Japan cannot be underestimated. So as always, I have Abhishek with me, who is going to discuss the group review with me. So what do you think, Abhishek, on Group E?
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough group to qualify because Germany, they have a good squad, but
Yeah,
they haven't been performing well in the Nations League.
yeah,
Uh, we have Spain. We have Spain. Spain also same thing. They have a decent squad, not a really good squad, because we used to see we used to see really good players play for Spain, but recently they haven't been able to spell out those kind of players. Japan, it's kind of mystery because most of them play for J League, the Japanese league. Most of them play for Thai league.
yeah,
Some of them play for Australian league. But there are very few players that play for the well-known leagues in Europe.
yeah,
And Costa Rica, I think they have a few players to look out for because
yeah.
most of them play for leagues in MLS,
Yeah,
clubs
absolutely.
in MLS. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the other thing probably let's take a look at probably Spain first. So I think one of the most disappointing that thing I think especially after a terrific season was David Daya is not in the squad. I feel that he
Yeah.
is probably much more he deserves a start rather than Unai Simon, Robert Sanchez or David Daya in terms of goalkeeping. I personally
Yeah.
don't like that about Luis Enrique, as that I've seen him a bit more biased toward probably Barcelona players. That's another thing because if you can see also I think except Carvajal and probably Asensio, I think the rest everyone is probably mostly from Barcelona or other teams. So that is something which I've noticed in the
Yeah.
last Euro as well. So that is something probably might not be a good
I
sign.
The
Yeah,
reason I think the reason might be he is structuring the team into in playing with the ball from the back. No, he likes to play with the back, kind
yeah,
of tiki taka kind of system. Yeah, and I think tiki taka is carved into Barcelona team. So from the beginning, let's take an example with Eric Garcia and Ansu Fati, who have evolved from the La Masia, where all they do is play with the ball.
yeah,
Uh, they are not known. Recently, what I have read is someone Embuemba, I think Embuemba, who used to play for La Masia, who's a La Masia graduate,
yeah,
who then joined the Chelsea academy.
yeah,
And he said that there are no gyms in La Masia. There
yeah.
is one old gym, and no one goes there and gives more. More attention to building their strength because they know that's not how they play. They
Yeah,
play with more technical ability. They play with more nuanced. They give more nuances to the ball playing ability rather than
yeah,
physical ability. So I think Luis Enrique is structuring this team to play similar to what Barcelona has been playing. So
yeah,
uh, uh, we all know De Gea has one weakness, that is ball playing.
yeah,
He's not good with ball. He's not good on the ball. So Robert Sanchez, we have seen that Robert Sanchez, who plays for Brighton, one of his more best characteristic is to play the ball distribution,
yeah,
playing the ball and distribution.
yeah,
So I think he has Robert Sanchez has better distribution, better distribution stats than Ederson who
who
plays
plays for
for
City? Yeah,
Manchester City,
yeah,
and similarly David Raya, who plays for Brentford, who's also a really good. I think he's more of a good shot stopper also.
yeah,
He's good with penalties. David Raya, he's good with distribution. He's a well-rounded player.
yeah,
But Robert Sanchez is a good distributor. He's good on ball. He's good shot stopper, but he is really weak in saving penalties.
Yeah,
That's what I've seen. And I really
absolutely.
don't know much about Unai Simon. I believe he is also a decent
I
keeper.
think he's
Who's
probably going to start. I think Unai Simon is the goalkeeper that will start for Spain. So I
yeah,
think he's one of. I think if I'm not wrong, I think he plays for Athletic Bilbao. So I think he has
yeah,
been their number one goalkeeper since long time. So I think it will be crucial to see how
yeah,
Spain goes about it. A lot of young players to watch out from Gavi, Pedri, Ansu
yeah.
Fati, Dani Olmo. So it will be interesting to see how they go about it. And I think probably let's
Yeah, they are,
probably yeah,
surprisingly they have selected Azpilicueta.
yeah.
He
I
has
was also not expecting
really
him to.
less minutes in his tank, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think probably because of the
So I think they have
experience.
selected him for the leadership
There's
role.
a leadership. He can be a
Yeah,
mentor to young people. I think Jordi Alba is still
yeah.
there. So I think pretty strong squad.
Jordi Alba also.
Let's
Mm.
look at Germany. I think again two strong goalkeepers, Manuel Neuer and Ter Stegen. Uh, you can start anyone to be very honest. Both have been excellent. Rudiger, Sule, Schlotterbeck, Klosterman, Ginter, pretty strong defense, I would say. I think probably they might also go with
Yeah,
kind of a back three. Uh,
yeah.
and
I think back three suits them.
yeah,
Like,
back three suits them.
considering Rudiger and
Yeah,
Niklas Sula, they like to play in that
back three.
back three role.
Yeah. So I think
Especially if you have
yeah,
Matthias Ginter, Niklas Sula, and Rudiger.
yeah,
So yeah, I think it's perfect for them to play back three.
yeah. So I think it is a
And
very
David Rom, one left back David Rom, who plays for Leipzig.
yeah,
Everyone at Chelsea wanted to send David Rom for that
yeah.
left back role, but unfortunately
I
we
think
didn't sign him.
I think other
And
thing probably is
they have good,
midfielders. Yeah,
yeah,
Musiala is there. I think Kimmich has that experience. Goretzka is there. Gnabry, Thomas Muller. I think Thomas Muller has that chance if he probably scores. I think around 6 or 7 goals. I think he'll be the top goal scorer in World Cups. So I think this is his last
yeah,
opportunity probably. And I think Gundogan has been great for Manchester City. I probably he won the Premier League for them on the last match, whatever he scored those 2 goals.
yeah,
So I think a pretty strong midfield. I think I'm very happy that Mukoko has been selected. Very young lad.
yeah,
He's just 17, and I think Gotze has also made his return. So that will be quite interesting to see how
yeah,
Gotze plays. Havertz has been probably in and out after the Champions League victory. After Chelsea, I've not seen him probably performing that great, but still a very crucial player. I think I'll not be surprised if Mukoko gets a match here and there as a substitute or something because he's
yeah,
17, but he has
yeah,
been really good.
definitely,
He has
yeah.
that pace and obviously he has been nurtured at Dortmund, so it will be very interesting to see how they go about this.
Yeah, I was surprised with Julian Brandt. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know why they selected
but I think
Julian
he
Brandt,
kind
but
of
let's see.
yeah he kind of was he's an interesting player, but probably he's not in the form. But on his day, he's a very talented, skillful
Yeah,
player. What I'm seeing him during his Dortmund
yeah,
days. So
yeah. Yeah, before Dortmund he used to play for Leverkusen.
yeah,
He was really good at Leverkusen,
yeah,
Bayer
yeah,
Leverkusen. And then he made a switch to Dortmund, and we haven't seen much of him.
yeah. I think another big
Mainly because Giovanni Reina was playing out of his
yeah.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah, I think another big blow is as again Ruiz is injured, so he's going to miss out. Sad for him. I think he
yeah,
also is facing injury issues just like Hazard and Bale. Probably next
yeah.
discuss about Costa Rica. Pretty decent squad. I think Navas will be one of the star players. He has been tremendous for Costa Rica in
Yeah,
goal. Joel Campbell has been one of the forwards we can look out for, and I think Douglas Lopez and Rowan Wilson are two probably good midfielders I can say. Probably not much of a well-known defenders, but Carlos Martinez is another good defender. So I think they have their first
yeah,
match against Spain. So I think if they can draw against Spain and then probably pull out a win against Japan, then it's a pretty you cannot say that they'll not qualify. They'll have a good enough chance against Germany. So I think their match against Japan becomes very crucial. It is kind of like the Tunisia and Denmark. What they say. So I think Tunisia and which was that? Yeah, I think it was Tunisia and Denmark. I think their match, Tunisia and Australia, like their
yeah,
matches will be crucial.
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they go about it. Any key players from your end? What do you think? Any key players other than Kayla
I think
Navas?
Yeah, I think this might be the
World
last
Cup for
tournament for
Navas.
Kylian Navas.
Yeah,
Let's see what happens. Other than that, there are no significantly famous kind of players here.
yeah,
Everyone plays in somewhat like MLS or
mhm,
Dutch league or Portuguese league kind of players.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I think coming to Japan, again, I don't follow the Japan squad much, so it's tough to probably name players here.
One
Yeah,
One interesting name I saw was there's a goalkeeper named Daniel Schmidt in Japan.
yeah. So yeah, I think
Daniel
that's
Schmidt.
that's probably the pick out in terms of names. So I
Yeah,
think other than that, I have heard a lot about Yoshida. I think he's a defender. Yeah, Maya Yoshida. He's a
yeah,
34-year-old defender. I've heard a lot about him. I think he's the captain of the team. So I think
yeah.
that will be something interesting to see. I think he played for I think he plays for Schalke right now. And I think
Schalke.
he
Yeah,
also played a bit in Premier League and as well as Serie A. So he has a bit of
yeah,
experience. So I think his leadership is. I think probably we are missing out on Tomiyasu, the young right back which Arteta has signed, and I think he has been really good for Arsenal. So it will be interesting to see how
yeah.
Tomiyasu probably. Their defense is kind of experienced with Tomiyasu getting some good time in the Premier League in the last once
And
1 year.
that there is a Brighton winger. No, his name is Mitoma. Kauru
Koro
Mitoma.
Mitoma, yeah, Koro Mitoma. I think he
Yes.
plays for Brighton.
Uh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think he's there, and I think
yeah, Brighton.
also
Yeah,
the other player is Takumi Minamino. I've heard about him that
Daichi
he's
Kamada.
yeah
Minamino
Minamino.
and Daichi Kamada.
Minaminachi. I think
Both have.
they have been pretty decent as
Yeah,
well. So again, they have nothing to lose in the World Cup. So I think one of the things what I think we
yeah,
heard was that in 2018 their fans cleaned out the stadium and then went after they finished their match. So they are like
yeah,
pretty. I think they'll have good support and a team which I think probably stick with its morals, ethics, and still plays out a very good football. So high sportsmanship always. I think I'm expecting from them. But it'll be interesting to
yeah.
see if they can pull out something against Spain or Germany, even a draw. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have Real Madrid youngster Takefusa Kubo.
Is he
You know,
there in the squad? Yeah, is there Takafusa Kobo? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I think this one he might be the one to look out for in the team.
yeah, yeah. I think he'll definitely get some game time.
He's Hazard like.
Yeah, yeah,
He is more like a Eden Hazard kind of player.
yeah,
He plays
yeah.
on the right wing. Let's see what happens.
So let's see how does Japan perform. So I think that's a wrap. It's Group E for us, I guess.